Beautiful, but deadly. These are some of the most dangerous snakes on Earth. They're usually found slithering in rural areas of sub-Saharan Africa. But here at the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine, they're thankfully behind reinforced glass.
So we've got things like green mambas, black mambas, cobras, and also things like this puff adder down here.
It's a big one, isn't it?
They bite and kill a lot of people in sub-Saharan Africa. So these are really one of the most dangerous snakes in Africa. And the problem is that they're very well camouflaged, they don't move a lot, so they're just sitting there on the ground. And then if people walk near them or step on them, they obviously get bitten by the snake.
And how quickly would that kill you?
Well, it could kill you in a number of hours, but more likely over a day or two.
Hey. My name's Rob Harrison. Our research is to try and improve the treatment of snakebite, to reduce the number of deaths and the number of disfigurements that are happening every year. It's a neglected problem. People just don't understand that 100,000 people are dying from snakebite every year. So maybe 500,000 people are suffering severe disfigurement as a result of snakebite.
This is an extremely dangerous but crucial job. The puff adder you can see there can bite you very quickly. Scientists are about to extract the venom from the snake's fangs and use that to try and develop new antivenoms.
Go back, everybody.
The race is on to find new treatments. Stocks of what experts call the most effective antivenom in sub-Saharan Africa, Fav Afrique, will expire in June, and there's no more coming. It's an expensive process. Venom is taken from snakes like this, and tiny amounts are given to horses or sheep, which create antibodies to fight the poison, and that is used in the antivenom.
Ready? Yeah.
Scientists here do this almost every day. It's a very risky business.
That's why we're wearing these face masks, because spitting cobras can spit venom from 3-4 meters away with great accuracy, aiming for the eyes.
You know, most of the people who are bitten by snakes are poor and they live in rural areas, and so they don't constitute a very profitable market. So although there are other products coming on stream, the quality is not as high.
Experts from around the world are meeting in Switzerland today to try and find a solution to help deal with the devastation caused by these killer creatures. Tulip Mazumdar, BBC News, Liverpool.
Snake venom is deadly, with as many as 100,000 people worldwide dying each year from snake bites. The World Health Organization has added snakebite to its list of neglected tropical diseases, but what is the real scale of the problem it faces against such a vicious venom? Terrifying toxins. Snake venom is made up of several hundred proteins which all have a slightly different toxic effect on the human body. One snake's poison may not be like another's, even if they are from the same species. But, on the whole, there are two main ways snakes make us suffer: by attacking the circulatory system, the blood, and/or the nervous system. Haemotoxic venom goes for the bloodstream. It can trigger lots of tiny blood clots, and then when the venom punches holes in blood vessels causing them to leak, there is nothing left to stem the flow and the patient bleeds to death. Other venoms can increase blood pressure, decrease blood pressure, prevent bleeding or create it. They are all bad news. Neurotoxic venom tends to act more quickly, attacking the nervous system and stopping nerve signals getting through to the muscles. This means paralysis, starting at the head, moving down the body until, if untreated, the diaphragm is paralyzed and the patient can't breathe. A classic sign of this is ptosis, when people can't keep their eyes open. Around the area of the bite, necrosis can set in. That happens when the venom destroys nearby muscles, tissues and cells. Long term, this can lead to amputations, the loss of the use of a limb or the need for multiple skin grafts. Grader killer. Snakes get closer to humans and cause more damage and more deaths than any other venomous animal, including spiders, scorpions and jellyfish. That's because venomous snakes are found across large swathes of the planet, typically in rural, tropical areas, like sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia. But they also live in Australia and North America. Since snakes lurk on the ground, often camouflaged and unseen, farmers, rural workers and many young children can easily disturb them and get bitten. Each year, up to 5 million people worldwide are estimated to be bitten by snakes. Out of those, around 100,000 die and 400,000 are left disabled or disfigured by their injuries. But the numbers could be even larger, because many of the worst affected countries don't keep data on snake bites and research into this problem is scarce. What's the cure? Antivenoms. These life-saving antidotes to snake bites are made by extracting venom from snakes, then injecting it diluted into sheep or horses, which build up antibodies against it. These antibodies are then separated from the animal's blood and used to make antivenom, but there's a problem. Antivenoms are expensive and only produced in limited quantities. Few ordinary people can afford them, and governments and health officials have shown little interest in training medical personnel to diagnose and treat venomous snake bites. Antivenoms, which have been proven to be safe and effective, are rare, and one of the best is running out. So now the race is on to make another one. Researchers at the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine are busy collecting venom from deadly snakes in order to develop a new generation antivenom treatment against the bite of every dangerous snake in sub-Saharan Africa, where snake bites kill about 30,000 people each year. But experts are still unsure whether a single, universal antivenom, which targets many types of venom from different snakes, is better than separate antivenoms which target specific snake species in specific regions. Both are probably worth having. Venoms are becoming more toxic. Snake venom is a white or yellow-colored liquid which is produced in glands behind the snake's eyes and is pumped down a duct to the fangs when it bites down on something or someone. The fangs acts like a hypodermic needle, injecting the venom quickly and efficiently into the unsuspecting victim. Snakes with fangs at the front of their mouths are most dangerous, such as the cobra, puff adder, viper, rattlesnake and mamba, for example. The venom produced by the snake's ancient ancestor was relatively simple. But research suggests that it has diversified over time, and now venoms are more complex and more toxic than ever before. Venoms can vary, even within snake species and within the same country, causing different effects on the body and responding differently to the same antivenom. Does a snake bite hurt? It does, apart from when you don't know you've been bitten. Snakes called grates, which live in South Asia, have a painless bite. They are known for slithering into homes when the inhabitants are asleep, usually on beds on the floor. The victim might be disturbed a little but is likely to go back to sleep, and in the morning they wake up paralyzed, or not at all. For most other snakes, there's a pain felt from the initial bite, as the fangs sink into the skin, and then the pain created by the venom as it starts to work, causing inflammation, clotting the blood, causing skin cells to self-destruct. Sucking out venom is not advised. There are plenty of myths about how to deal with being bitten by a snake, so don't be fooled. There is no evidence at all that sucking out venom from a snake bite with the mouth or using any other suction device helps. In fact, experts say it could hasten the venom's passage into the bloodstream. Cutting out the venom is not recommended either because it could make the wound much worse. In some countries,